Good old Spectrum internet. Hadn't dropped in a while though. That's a little disconcerting. A few weeks ago, I replaced my gear and everything was hunky dory. But yeah, it's Saturday, so anything can go tits up, I guess. Sorry about that. Hopefully, y'all are back here. Yeah. So let's continue. I think. Hang on a second. I think it should put me back in space. Maybe. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Let's see if I'm back on Twitch. I am, and I'm making noises. Twitter, Facebook. Alright. Everybody is good. Alright. So my Twitch homies, sorry about that. Alright. Anyway. Maybe that's a sign. Need to get off the internet, bud. Let's see. That's what I need. Alright, so we're going to go to Seoul, and then we're going to call it a day, gang. Let me make sure my shit's still in there. No, not that. No, science. I didn't ask for this. Come on. And hopefully this doesn't go down again. Route plotted Seoul. Okay, good. Alright, so let's get the fuck out of Dodge. Fucking internet, man. That just pisses me off. That could have been Spectrum's fault. That could have been something on my end. Streaming the 4 different channels. That kind of harshed my buzz a little bit. I was cruising along. Everybody was having good times. You know, I hate even shit like that. It really ruins the mood when the internet doesn't work, because you kind of need the internet for these live streams, you know? Just saying. Not saying, just saying. It's like saying, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not going to say it. But you know what I'm saying. But I'm not going to actually say it. Alright, so 20 jumps. We can do this. So this is kind of pretty. Let's look at this real quick. We call this an Earth-like planet. Yeah, Earth-like planet. So, but enough of that tomfoolery. We have places to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Way ahead is clear. FFC out.
And so we'll go to, if there's time enough when we get there, cruise around the solar system. Go to some places you might like. You have to remember, this game is set in the year 3300 something, right? So when you get close to these, when you're traveling, there ain't no gas stations. This is your gas station.
Fuel
So
scoop.
now I got the fuel scoop going. I got a pretty big tank on this thing, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. The scoop's pretty fast too. So what you do is you get as close as you can to the star, because you know, but if you get too close, you get brought. Right now we're in.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's not like warp drive, but we're going pretty fast in the system. Hyperdrive, that kind of thing. And so you hyperdrive around the star, and then you scoop energy to fuel up your ship.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we are going to do this 19 more times. Angel! Fucking interwebs. I know, right? What's up, Angel? You guys did great last night. On Reach Show. Yeah, no, man. It's, I got that fucking Spectrum internet, man. But who knows? But we're back up, and you guys are back, so I appreciate that. I'd love to get like something a little bit more stable. I hear Verizon Fios is a little bit more stable. Spectrum's just a bunch of assholes. I think it used to be Time Warner. Anyway, we're going to get across this little expanse here of space.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just a reminder to everybody, next week on Thursday, 23rd, that's actually the recognized day of Festivus. I don't know who the authority on that is. I don't really care, because I tend to like celebrating it more than Christmas or Hanukkah or any of those others, the OGs. So yeah. Oh shit, I forgot to do this. So while I'm in the system, what? The fire group's defined. Look at all that. Okay. Yeah, no. Oh, switch cockpit. There we go. There's a lot of pressure, A, when you're stoned, and B, you have like somewhat of a little audience watching, and C, you forgot some of the shit.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Now see, I gotta watch out for my temps. At about 11 o'clock on the radar there, you'll see a percentage. This says 84%. Now it'll drop down. Oh, my shit's, look, it's smoking up like Reefer's show. He has a little smoke on the, it's only his smoke is good. This smoke is not good. So, how do I? Oh, here we go. So the scanner, I can scan this system and then get some information, and now I can turn that information into cash. But if I really wanted to, I could do this weird shit, and now there's like, you can get a little bit more detailed with your scanning. But see, I found something here. What is this? Looks like it's a rocky ice world. So when you zoom in, so now I got some information on that. So when you zoom in, and it tells you all this shit. Like there's 20.2% iron, all this shit. So like if you're looking for resources, you know, this will let you know if you're wasting your time or not. Get out of this. There we go. All right. But we're not gonna do that because we gotta hot foot it to soul, baby, soul.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let your soul glow. I think that was on Coming to America. It's like, where's my activator? My activator. So yeah. But I gotta quit fucking around so we can get our fuck around on in the solar system. Yeah. Oh hey, grief, I wasn't able to share this for others to stream. That got taken away for some reason. I don't know why. FYI. See, like Thursday's show, I was able to like stream on I streamed on like 9 different channels. Because we also have the Indie News Network channel. I've been trying to stream to that too without having to go through too much bullshit. Let's see. I use some extra 11. Let this go ahead and fill up. Yeah, I think the way this day is going, we're probably going to have to when we get to the soul system, we'll find a hotel for the night, and then the next show we do this, we'll fuck around with Earth and Mars, which has been turned green and luscious and delicious.
Temperature critical.
Yeah, it's like the 34th century. So yeah, you'd think they'd have like all that shit figured out by then. Alright, so
Frameshift drive charging.
16 jumps. Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. I like to make these little streams laid back and because there's fuckery afoot, and we're really not talking about that much serious stuff. It's just me yammering, and I don't really want to talk about serious stuff too much. Even though I joke around with people on the main show,
Fuel scooping.
there are times when we talk about like some serious stuff.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But yeah, that show is basically for people who don't, who can't be silly and off the cuff and, you know, talk about other things on their regular shows because they're talking about more important shit.
Frameshift drive charging.
You ever been high and had like a nasal sinus thing? Maybe you have a cold, sinuses are fucking with you. It's a weird thing because the rest of your head feels great, but then your sinuses are like, good, but Alright, so we need this fucker to fill up because I'm tired. Stopping in 5 minutes.
Warning. Temperature.
But see, now you gotta watch out too. You can't fly too close to the sun, or your wings will melt, or in this case, your ship will blow up.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's like your ship is starting to
Frameshift drive charging.
smoke the pot. Ship is getting stoned. You're like, no, dude, we can't get stoned yet. We gotta get there, then we can. Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop.
3, 2,
But now we got GCB. We gotta take care of business. We're gonna get there. I can fuck around, but you can't. Ship. So don't smoke. See, once again, I want to apologize. I don't know
Fuel
what happened.
scooping.
I just looked down. The game stopped, and then the game stopped, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I looked down at my modem, and it said the online light was like,
Temperature critical.
"Nope." You'd think, but nope. So that hasn't happened in a while. So I hope that's not
Fuel
hard
scoop
to things
disengaged.
to come. Hey, welcome back, sweetie. Yeah, I hate that shit. You ever have it happen on your streams? You probably have much better internet than I do, though. Fucking New York City, you'd think it'd have like, space internet or something. Like, all the money we're paying, but no.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, it happens a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. It sucks, man. We need to be like Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee. It's got some bad-ass internet. It's fast as fuck, and I think it's city-owned, too. It's not like a private company owns it or anything. Yeah, it's fast as fuck. It's like you pay for your internet through your taxes, I think.
Fuel scooping.
I'd totally do that if they do it here, if the shit was good. That's the thing, you're at the mercy of these fucking private companies, man. When it comes to like internet and shit.
Warning. Temperature
I need
critical.
fuel, but it's too hot. We'll sit here for a minute. I think we're stabilized. But yeah, like if the city owns it or the community owns it, chances are it's going to be faster and fuck. But see, these private companies, they like to throw all the shit down. So you're like, why? You could have faster internet in your area, but you have to pay through the butt to get it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, well, Wi-Fi. Yeah, Wi-Fi. You'll get some cutouts there for sure. There's no way you can like hardwire. You should do that if you can. If you can run a cable from your computer straight to the modem, you will have like, and it'll be a lot faster too. So if you get drop, you won't get like hardly any drops or anything like that, unless you got Spectrum. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway, sorry, I'm just juicing up here because we're gonna need to have some. Your cat'll eat it. No, see what you do. Here's pro tip. You get one of those conduit things. It's just like a plastic tube that you just run your cable through, and on the outside of it, just get like a little bit, itty bitty peak, just a little bit of like peppermint oil, and put on there. A, it'll keep the rats. If you got mice, it'll keep the mice away while you play. And two, I think the cat will be like, because it's peppermint, right? The only downside is it's peppermint. And if you don't like peppermint, yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I used to have a couple of cats. They were girl cats, and I named them Leroy and Skillet after these two characters in Petey Wheatstraw's The Devil's Son-in-Law. Because they acted just like those characters in the movie. I was like, all right, fine.
Frameshift drive charging.
Traditional rolls. I like to eat traditional rolls at Thanksgiving. Put a little butter on them. It's delicious. But dump tits. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the cat situation is a problem. I have to admit that I don't have any pets, so I can't say in 2021 how you would deal with keep Kitty away from the wires, without poisoning the poor thing. So you don't want to do that. But my shit is way up upon high. But that don't mean squat, because cats are like ninjas and the masters of
Fuel scoop
parkour.
disengaged.
It don't matter. You could put shit like, if you got 10-foot ceiling, you can put some 10-foot high. Somehow a cat's gonna manage to get up there and get your shit. Little assholes. And don't get me wrong, I love cats. I love cats. I love cats. I love dogs. I love animals. When I grew up down south, as a kid, we had like dogs and cats, goats, chickens, turkeys. We had a cow and a pig at one time. You know. But with it, Dad was old school. He's like, no pets in the house, so they were all outdoor cats
Frameshift
and
drive
puppers.
charging.
The dog at least had his or her own house. So that was Dad always liked building dog houses. But it's Mississippi, so it wasn't looking like it was going to be bone chilling cold. And if it was, Dad would fix it up with like giving plenty of blankets and stuff in there. So the puppers and the cats could, wrap up. Cats are usually underneath the house. It was so crazy. Like they would go out in the woods too, right? But Mom would feed them, and towards the evening, she would usually give them like the scraps that were left over from supper, and she'd mix it in with like some hard food, and there'd be like no cats around, and she'd bellow out that, hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. And it's just like, it was like that, like Avengers in Wakanda. You know what I mean? When like all the fuckers were attacking Wakanda and all the Avengers showed up, or no, it's actually like Endgame, like there's like Doctor Strange makes all those portals and all the Avengers come through. So it's like Mom was like Doctor Strange and she made these portals, and the cats would jump through the portals like from all parts of the universe. Anyway, but it was great. I actually got to see a cat, a mama cat, give birth one time. That was very weird. It looked like itty bitty cats that came out that looked like they came out in condoms. Like they were like had that stuff all over the afterbirth or whatever. And would you see him come out? It's like whoop, 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 whoop. And then the mama cat would clean them off, and little kittens, man, got them little circle Charlie Brown heads, and their eyes are closed. It's just the sweetest thing. But yeah, I miss it. And now I'm in the city, and I can't have cats in this apartment,
Fuel scooping.
which is probably okay. It's on some days I can't even feed myself. Why the hell would I do that to a cat?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But yeah, man, we lived out on this place that about, I don't know, a couple acres maybe, and then we cut it down about like a quarter acre.
Frameshift drive charging.
Dad sold most of it. He got these goats, right? And he got these goats, and we had like kind of like a windrow towards the back of the property, and it was just basically a row of trees, and they'd have like all kinds of bushes and shit in there. So Dad always wanted to keep that area clear. So we got these goats. So these goats will eat all the bushes and stuff that's in there, right? Free it up. That was what he thought. And as a friend of mine used to say, he thought like Andy, and Andy thought shit was candy. So, needless to say, those goats ate everything but those shrubs and those bushes that those goats didn't do nothing my dad wanted them to do. But if Dad wanted those goats to be a pain in his ass, fuck yeah, they were there for it all day long. But anyway, so that was kind of a hit and a miss, and a swing and a miss, I should say. And so eventually got rid of the goats. So. But it's great though. You take care of animals, and he also had like this big fruit and vegetable garden that we always we always we had to tend to. And in hindsight, I really miss that kind of work. I miss working planting.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Planting and watering, and when you get like a frost, you have to cover the tomato plants with like these, looks like these little paper coffee filter things and
Fuel
stuff.
scoop
But
disengaged.
it's a lot of hard work. But then once comes harvest time, though, holy shit, totally worth it. 8 more jumps, gang, almost there.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's very rewarding to see the literal fruits of your labor, so if you have an opportunity to food, or you have an area that you can plant food in but you don't know how to do it, just start learning how to grow food. It may become a necessity in the near future, I hope not, but things are not exactly these aren't exactly great times, right? So it's always good to know those skills. How to plant, when to plant, how much water to give them. Do you live in an area where there's a lot of sunlight? Is it an arid area? Is it a humid area? Is it, because that kind of depends on what kind of crops you want to plant. Like we down south, Dad would plant tomatoes, bell peppers.
Warning. Temperature critical.
He'd do a lot of beans, like string beans, lima beans. He'd do those too. Usually do Irish potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Frameshift drive charging.
Watermelons, strawberries. He'd do lettuce. He'd do cabbage, that kind of thing. And we never as kids. That was, we were broke as a joke, but we'd still eat. Dad always made sure we had a roof over our heads, we had something to eat, we had clothes on our back, we had clean water. We had a well too. We had one of those electric pumps on a well. So when the electricity went out, that meant the water went out. Because Dad didn't have a hand pump. He should have had a hand pump for those times, but fortunately the power was never out long enough for us to, not need water.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift
Sometimes I get a
drive
little too
charging.
chatty when the edibles kicking. Yeah, that ginger liqueur. We went to this storytelling thing Tuesday night, and it's like they do it first Tuesday every month, I think, something like that. And you tell spooky stories and people talking about alien abductions and stuff like that. Some fascinating shit. And you're around this fire pit, and there's the lady that's hosting the thing. It's usually outside this bar in Industry City, and
Fuel scooping.
so last month I told a story about when I was a little kid. We were at this house. We were living in those right off the highway. It was like a stormy night. Dad wasn't there. We're talking about the 1970s, very early 80s.
Fuel scoop
And
disengaged.
weather was going
Frameshift
crazy
drive
outside. It was nighttime. The power went out, and then we started hearing banging on the door like somebody was trying to get in. And you look out the window to see who's at the door, and nobody there, and there was like no tree branches nearby that would think would do that. And then the next day, we went outside and looked around, because it was like dirt around the steps of that door, and there was like no footprints, nothing like that. So I told that story last month, and get close, kids. 4 jumps. So I told that story last month, and then at the end, like all the storytellers' names go in a hat, and the lady picks out a hat, and you win a prize. So this lady that was hosting the thing, she's like big in the tarot, right? So she was giving away tarot cards, tarot books, that sort of thing. It's pretty cool. But I ended up with this little bitty bottle of vodka that was very good. It was very good vodka. And I'm not even a vodka person. That shit was really good. And so I won that. I was like, woo! So we went Tuesday night, did the same thing. I told this story about how when I was a security guard, I worked at the Hearst Tower, and I was filling in for this overnight guy, and it was probably like about 3 or 4 in the morning. And so I was going on patrol, and there's this one floor, the 37th floor, the lights at night never work for some reason. The rest of them are like motion sensitive, so like you come on the floor, boom, the lights come on. Not on 37, it was like all dark, so I had to get out my little bitty flashlight. And I'd go around there looking, and then you go around to this one side, and it's just all red because there's just an exit sign in there, and the exit sign's red. And it looks like hell room. And you'd hear like noises and shit, and you go investigate, and you don't know how shit fell on the floor. And so I finished my patrol, and I go downstairs. This is the first night I'd ever done overnight. And the other guard at the desk, I asked him, I says, hey, I was just joking around. He goes, yeah, had anybody ever died in this building? Do you think there's any ghosts? He goes, I don't know if there's any ghosts, but somebody did die up on the 37th floor. Anywho, so I told that story. We heard some other good ones too. And then at the end of the night, they drew in the hat. Some people got some tarot cards, some people got a tarot book. And then they pulled my name out, and I ended up with more alcohol. So I don't know if the universe is telling me to drink more or not. But that'd be kind of fucked up if it was. Anywho, not much of a drinker these days, but so it's this ginger liqueur that bar makes. And it's very lemon ginger powerful, dominant flavor. My girl had a little bit of it. She doesn't drink at all. She said, damn, this tastes like Pledge. I'm like, really? Yeah, kind of. But if you mix it with stuff, it's not bad. So I've been mixing it with ginger ale, some lemonade, and yeah, much more tolerable when you mix it with something. But dare I say, a little bit frightening because those hangovers. The vodka didn't have any hangovers, but that ginger liqueur. I always tell people that's my stage name. If I was ever going to become a dancer, ginger liqueur. Anywho, we're getting very close to Seoul, and once we get there, we'll wrap this fucker up. Once we find us a place to crash, not literally crash, like sleep crash, not spaceship crash. We don't want that. And then the next time we do this shit, we're exploring the solar system. What it's like in the 34th century. Cougar 60? I don't even know what that means.
Fuel scoop disengaged. System scan complete.
2 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
I guess nobody's watching this now. I don't blame you. Probably better shit to do right now. I am about done playing this for the day myself. I understand how somebody could like stream this like Like playing a video game 5-6 hours, yeah, I can understand that, because then you can get up and you get breaks. You know, you go to the bathroom, or you get a drink, or get a snack or something. It's kind of a rude thing to do in the middle of a live stream when people are watching. But right now I can probably do it. Nobody's watching. I can even pull a Jeffrey Tubin, but lubing his tube. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. I don't know why people want to, like, you're on Zoom or something like that, why you want to whip it out and think that's, even if you think people, oh, my screen was off, or what, you think your screen was off. Well, obviously not. So, pro tip, keep it in your pants, unless you're a sex worker and you're like showing your shit off. I'm just saying, if you're not on purpose trying to show off your stuff. Alright, so the next stop is the solar system, and it's going to be chock full of crazy. So this is basically where humanity started. There it is, the sun. Here comes the sun. Do. So this is our guy right here. Soul. Now you would think there would be a train going here, but there's not. So there is no soul train. Just climb aboard. Alright, so now I can go to navigation here, and you see all the shit that's in there. There's Soul. Mercury. Let's go to Mercury. And then we'll crash at Mercury. We'll go to Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come on down to Soul Ford Lincoln Mercury. Down here, we're on the highway for the best deals. Anything on wheels. Come on down to Soul Ford Lincoln Mercury. Right next to Big Ernie's Chicken Shack and Bud Spanky's Oral Sex Parlor. Come on down. We're on the highway. So now we're going to do something a little different, because we're going to do a planetary landing at a base on the planet. So, I know, right? Cool. So we have to do a little approach here to Mercury. Now the real Mercury, you could not do this, I don't believe, because really, unless ships are made of 8 miles of steel thick, the heat from the sun would just melt the shit off anything. So with these kind of games, even in the 34th century, I don't know if they figured that out or not. I guess they have, but suspend your disbelief. I guess that's why they put it in the future. So so that you're like, oh yeah, man, 1,400 years from now, or 1,300 years from now, sure. Well, let's slow her down here. I think, what's depot? Can I go there? We're gonna find out. I have no idea where I was talking about before. Squirrel. Not that dog. Squirrel.
Orbital flight engaged.
To flight engaged. So now Mercury has Mercury has about a third the gravity of Earth weight. So you can see on there, it's like got a dotted line for a circle. That means it's on the other side of the horizon. So what I'm gonna do is do one of these little sideways shits so I can see it. I can see it in the bottom left-hand corner. I don't think maybe you guys can, but yeah. So it says 1.1. It's not millimeter. It's like 1,000 kilometers. Is a megameter, maybe? Like a capital M, little m. Would that be megameter? So they didn't manage to make Mercury Earth-like. I don't think that's possible. It's too close to the sun because everything burns up. So when we get out of here, it's gonna be hot, damn hot. Like crotch pot cooking. That kind of hot. So I can't remember if Waltz Depot is an actual base. So before we go too crazy. Let's go. Glide engage. That means we're coming through the atmosphere. We're about 70 kilometers away from this, whatever this is. I don't think this is a base. It might be. Ooh, I know what this one might be. It is. Sweet. We're gonna do that.
Budamaya, November, Yankee, Charlie. You are approaching a federal port, Commander. Please submit a docking request. Access denied. You are currently out of range.
Yeah, so we're 16 kilometers away. We gotta get at least 7.5 kilometers before we can request docking. And that's what I'm going to do. So, looks like we're going to shut her down here in a second. I feel really bad because we had such a good thing going with that other stream, and then this fucked up. Fucking Spectrum, man. Ugh. Hate those assholes. Can you imagine what we could do? Like, as people who are trying to make a difference in the world,
Land on pad
in our own special
07.
way.
Automated docking confirmed.
If we had like consistent internet access, that we didn't have to like it came out of our taxes, it was just fast as hell. People probably be doing live streams all the time, you know, high quality ones too. Not that the ones aren't like content-wise, those are already high quality, but like sometimes people have to stream at lower resolutions. Like the lower the resolution, the fast, you know. If you have a slow internet, like upload speeds, yeah. Anyway, that was. We are in the solar system. We will go ahead and go downstairs.
Disembark when ready.
Services. And yeah. The cartographics. So you go in here and it'll show you all the places that you've scanned that have, and you haven't sold the information yet. So for this whole page, just for the little shit, I can get 810,000 credits. So we're gonna do that.
Incoming message.
Uh-oh. Incoming message. We are pleased to inform you that your reputation status with Soul Workers Party has been raised to cordials. The Workers Party! So, the Workers Party is a faction on Mercury, And yeah, I'll do business with these guys. Workers unite around the world. All right. So let's take one little peek about, like a sneak peek into what we're going to be doing next time. So that's the solar system that you are familiar with, although there's a whole bunch of new stuff on here. So there are, like I said, there's plenty of space stations. These are the ones around Oith. Here's Earth. But we can't zoom in on it like we could the other because it doesn't have any bases. Like this has bases. There's a base. So in theory, we could get out of here. There's one over here. There's one over here. So if we go exploring Mercury, you know, we got plenty of spaces in this area anyway to go. You know, we want to stop for the day. So there you go. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, which has been terraformed. There's the asteroid belt. You got Jupiter and some of their moons. Jupiter has like too many moons for this to put in this game, although they should put all those moons in there, because look at Saturn gets all these, right? Enceladus, Tethys, Dione, Rhea, Titan. You can't land. So, like I see, the ones that have like well, let me go out. So you see the blue arc around the planet, and then you see like the three little doodly doots sticking up. Those means those have bases that you can land on. Anything with an arc around it, but not a circle like this, you can land on, right? And for some sneaky reason, we don't know why you can't land on Triton. But we usually, like when they have a permit locked for a certain area, that means they're going to do something with it in the future. So then you got Pluto, Charon, Orcus, Vanth, then Salacia, Actaea, Hyaka. Now they're just fucking with us. Haumea, Quaora, Make, really? Come on. Eris, Sedna, and Persephone. Okay. So this is where we're going to stop for the day. Let me get to my magic screen. And thanks everybody for sticking around this afternoon. It's kind of a long one. I think I started at 1:15. So there's 2 streams that we did today. This one is only about 48 minutes, but the other one's a little longer. So check that out. It's on this channel here. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, weekend. Probably doing something with the missus tomorrow, so I don't think I'll be doing anything tomorrow. But she's been known to say, you know what, go fuck yourself, I'm not doing nothing today. So I may be back on. Maybe we'll do some No Man's Sky, or possibly another one. Maybe The Sims. I don't know. I still got to figure that one out. We'll see. Anyway, otherwise, have a great weekend. All the stuff's down below, all the contacts. You want to like, share, subscribe, please feel free to do so. These automatically get put on Rumble too, so we're on Rumble. We're also on Odyssey, but I doubt this will be on Odyssey anytime soon. I don't think these go on Odyssey, but trying to go all over the place, trying to spread out as much as we can, and hopefully you like this kind of stuff. And we also have a Teespring store. I'm not married to Teespring, so if anybody has a better place where I could sell merch on there, just let me know in the comments. And also, there's like all the I think I got everything but a GoFundMe on there. There's a PayPal. There's um, all kinds of other shit. I'm too high to think about it. So, enjoy yourselves. Have a good weekend. And if we don't do anything tomorrow or the next few days, Thursday the 23rd, Festivus 2021, the first annual Festivus Festival. And it should be interesting. Hopefully, the internet gods will be with us. Have a good one. And as always, don't forget to wash your